And then it was over.
Welcome back, people.
With the Archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come. But the Blight had been ended before it had truly begun.
King Alistair. I want robes like that, but I don't want to join the Chantry.
Fereldan had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its new king.
Yay!
Grey
Now
Wardens
shoot him!
stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
Who cares? Garien doesn't care. She really doesn't. I mean, she got out of the mage circle, and, yeah, she killed an Archdemon. Fuck that. Shit ain't gonna happen for, like, another 40, 50 years. She'll be dead by then.
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory.
Me?
Of those who stood against the Darkspawn siege of Denouement, there is one in particular who deserves commendation.
Me.
The one who led the final charge against the Archdemon remains with us still.
That's me.
An inspiration to all she saved that day.
Me.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the hero of Fereldan, the first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago.
Yep. That's right. Applause for me, baby. Applause for me.
My friend, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Fereldan more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. Is
Now
there
we're
any
talking.
boon that you might request of Fereldan's king? If it is within my power, I will grant it.
Boons. Yes, let's talk boons. Alright. Yes, she needs stuff. 5's out. She doesn't really care about the Grey Warden. She doesn't give a shit about the mages. A title and riches.
Then I appoint you the new Tairn of Garien, and inheritor of Logain's estate and fortune. Only fair, I think.
Good.
Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arl Howe, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens?
I got no choice. I'm a Grey Warden. It's, you know, in my blood, but actually she's gonna say, you need my help.
Well, I didn't want to come right out and say it, but I'm relieved you'll be nearby.
That's right.
There's a group of Fereldan citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you're ready.
Okay, Your Majesty. Can I save the game? Please? A dark promise. Alright, we can save. Anyway, this is all one day. So, let's finish it. Does she want to talk to any of these people? I think she'll talk to Zevran.
I will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done. Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you.
Oh, you don't have to stay.
And leave you to face the unwashed masses alone? Perish the thought. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker. While fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you are planning on remaining here. Is that true?
Anything could happen.
And would you be in favor of my remaining with you? I've grown fond of you, you see. Sad, but true.
You can stay if you want.
Then let the crows bring it on. I can mock them while you crush their skulls. And besides, I happen to like you. Crazy, isn't it? Well then, since I am sticking around, I suppose we'll have plenty of time to speak later, yes? So go on and get paraded about. It's fun to watch. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on you and make sure no one gets a clear shot. Not without paying me a great deal of coin, anyhow.
Alright. Well, let's do it.
Are you ready, my lady? The crowds outside are getting restless.
Bring 'em on.
Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.
That human is white. Following the months of his coronation, Alistair surprised many by studying the art of governance and doing the best he could in the kingdom with a fair and even hand. He proved quite popular with the people, his humor and easy grace winning them over as much as his willingness to sneak outside the castle and mingle in the lower class taverns on occasion. I don't know if these scroll on their own or if we gotta click. Let's click. Rumors of the Urn of Sacred Ashes had been found and that it was used to heal Archdemon of his poisoning circulated Fereldan in the months following the Darkspawn defeat. Slowly at first, then with growing frequency as the Gland Cleric failed to deny them. Some years later, the Chantry announced that the resting place of Andraste's ashes had indeed been found. They were located, however, in the ruins that were also lair of High Dragon, thus proving too dangerous to approach. Many made demands to secure the ashes so followers could undertake pilgrimage to partake of their healing powers. Do you think Andraste is infinite? Spiritually, yeah, but physically, there's only a tiny bit. Can't heal everybody. I bet what they do is they burn other bodies and they do fake ashes and shit. Following numerous failed attempts to deal with the dragon, the beast finally flew off to find another haven, but leaving the mountaintop sanctum in ruins. An excavation found no traces of the urn. Aww. People began to doubt the ashes had ever been found, while others claimed that a cult of Andraste's followers stole it from them and from the temple. Still others say the Maker himself removed the urn, deeming mankind unworthy of it. For now, what happened to the urn is unknown. Following months of effort, the tower's circle of magi was finally cleansed, the last spirits to slip through the veil. No further abominations were created, and the first enchanter Irving was pleased to declare the circle safe. All that could have been saved had been. With the slavers shut down in the alienage, a lot of city-born elves improved for a time. New king even named a local elder to his personal court, a scandal amongst humans, but a sign of new hope for the elves. Shiani continued to be an outspoken member of the alienage community and in time became the new elder. That outspokenness earned her frequent trouble but served her people well. Archdemon remained in Denouement for some time, acting as the Chancellor and Chief Advisor to King Alistair. Tegan ruled over Redcliffe in his stead, and was surprised to find himself well loved by the villagers, who were still grateful for the nights he spent defending their lives. In time, Eamon abdicated in favor of his brother, an event that the locals greeted with approval and enthusiasm. In the Brazilian forest, werewolves thrived for a time, living in the remains of the Dalish camp and enjoying recognition for their bravery at the siege of Denouement. Even the goodwill was only to last so long, however. Try though she might, the Lady of the Forest could not entirely suppress the werewolf's animal nature, nor her own, and eventually the curse spread to nearby human settlements. Werewolf populations swelled, and finally an army of Fereldan was called to deal with the threat permanently. Many werewolf died, but when soldiers arrived at the old Dalish camp, they found it abandoned. The Lady of the Forest was gone, as were her followers, who were never seen again. In Orzammar, King Balin quickly proved himself a reformer. Trade with the surface lands increased and caste restrictions were loosened. The castles were permitted to take arms against the Darkspawn in exchange for new freedoms. For the first time in generations, the line in the deep roads was pushed back and a few tags were reclaimed. Balin's reforms quickly found him enemies within the warrior and noble castes, however, and after several assassination attempts, the assembly dissolved. The king then ruled alone. Some said as a tyrant, others said as a visionary determined to drag Orzammar into the modern world. Dwarven mage Dagna ultimately completed her studies at the rebuilt circle tower on the surface. Eventually, she published a comprehensive theory on how lyrium vapors related to supply of magic, gained a great deal of attention. This inspired mages from other parts of Thedas to establish a new circle of magi in Orzammar itself, one that had ready access to dwarven lyrium, and lies outside the Chantry's power completely. The willingness of Orzammar to harbor apostate sparked outrage that began whispers, and the Divine was contemplating a new exalted march. While the Anvil of the Void was destroyed, rumors about the location crept into Orzammar. Years later, thanks to the defeat of the Darkspawn in the service, a few determined smiths managed to locate the Anvil's remains. They examined the ruins of the anvil and, upon returning to Orzammar with their findings, convinced the Shaper to attempt to recreate Fereldan's research. A new golem was created, bound with a spirit taken from the Fade. The golem immediately went insane, killing several Shapers before it was destroyed. The research was branded excessively dangerous and sealed away. Whispers of its existence circulated throughout Orzammar, however, and demand among the Smith caste reopened Fereldan's research refused to abate. As good as her word, Morrigan disappeared once the Archdemon was slain. Someone of Morrigan's description was seen traveling alone months later, heading west through the Frostbag Mountains. She may have even been with child. The companions who traveled with Garien eventually scattered to the four winds, drawn either by personal duty or by the call of further adventure. The hero remained in Denouement, a celebrity among the commoners and a fixture at court, at least for a time. As the blighted lands began to heal and the Grey Wardens slowly rebuilt their order in Amaranthine, they discovered that the fight against the Darkspawn was not yet complete. Though the Horde was routed and dissolved among the Archdemon's death, many of the more powerful Darkspawn survived organized, roving warbands that preyed both upon the land and upon each other. These warbands spread havoc, and some have even journeyed west into Orlais or across the Shining Sea by the deep roads. They proved incredibly difficult to wipe out. But these are tales yet to be told. The tale ended when Garien sank her blade in the Archdemon's head and destroyed it forever. It was not the last that Fereldan would hear of her, however. Really? What else did I do? And we should just get credits. So that's it. There we go. This is going up on Wednesday. So Friday we'll skip a day, and Monday we'll start a new Let's Play. We got a new Achievo. Defender. My next goal is to get all his achievements. Anyway, that's my second full playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you Monday with a new Let's Play.